Hiya!
Hey again!
Got another question from our Tumblr. This one's anonymous, so feel free to write us a question and we will do a little cheeky video on it.
Midweek.
So this question is, apologies if this has been asked before, but do you consider yourselves to be feminists? Since the 1970s, there seems to be an ongoing battle between feminists who seem to believe that all porn is inherently wrong and exploitative. And those that identify as sex positive who seem to be more accepting of porn, sex positive seem to be more accepting of porn and erotica. As two women with positive attitudes towards sexuality and its depiction. Sorry, I'm very dyslexic. Depiction. I wondered where you stand on this issue. Great channel, by the way, thanks. Thank you.
That's such an interesting question.
So interesting. Like, would you consider yourself a feminist?
Yeah, definitely. Like,
I don't.
Really?
It depends on the word of feminist. Feminist is such a scary word, but
yeah,
continue.
I think that's the problem with it. But feminist, the only thing that feminist means is that you want equal rights for your gender.
But then you also get the feminists that have an issue with, say, a man holding the door open for them.
See,
so
I don't go that far.
This is the fine line. Like, I wouldn't call myself a feminist, but I believe in some feminist views.
Yeah.
I'm sure. It depends on what the fucking definition of a feminist is, because it changes all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I like chivalry, but that doesn't mean to say I want a man to be chivalrous. I could quite happily have a woman who's chivalrous.
I'm looking up it.
She's looking it up. So like, my friend, my best friend and I, we were talking about this, and she was like, oh no, I'm not a feminist. I like it when a bloke buys me everything and does this and holds the door open for me. And I said, yeah, but I would like that if a girl did that. It doesn't make a difference. For me, that's politeness. That isn't, chivalry is politeness regardless of it being a man or a woman.
And I think there are a lot of things that are like nice, like gentlemanly thing to do, but I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like, I think
it's just politeness.
It's just politeness.
Yeah, it's just being nice and courteous and considerate of other people. And I mean, so a feminist is just equal between a man and a woman. There's no like man on a pedestal, woman on a pedestal, this kind of stuff.
So
that I agree with.
Google says is feminism means the advocacy of women's rights on the ground of equality of the sexes. That's all feminism means.
But extreme feminists are the ones that I'm scared of. The ones that like, oh yeah, you should never shave your armpits because that's helping men, or some, there's lots of stuff.
It's like that's what men want you to do.
Yeah, like I'm gonna throw my period in your face and you have to look at it type situation.
Yeah. See, I think there are definitely extremes of it, and
there's extremes to everything.
But I definitely think you can be feminist and sex positive.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that some porn doesn't really like go with the feminist traditions.
Yeah.
But I mean, it has its place. I know that Reed really enjoys it, and you've worked on quite a lot of that sort of porn.
Yeah, I mean,
but
even in commercial porn, where because the majority of men and women throughout the whole world want to see men being dominant and women being submissive, that can be easily misinterpreted as disrespecting women. But I mean, of course it happens in the porn industry. Me personally, that's what I want to watch, that's what I enjoy, but I also enjoy watching a woman be dominant with another woman. I mean, it's hard. Like, obviously, it totally depends on what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
In front of the camera, they could have a whole scenario planned out. The girl itself could say, okay, I want you to tie me down. Every time I scream no, stop, I want you to continue, I want you to spit and slap in my face and this, that. She could literally run the whole show, and as soon as they're in front of the camera, the man is the one who's dominant.
Yeah.
It's, for most part of it, it's all an act.
Yeah.
But of course you get some porn companies, some porn producers where it's not an act and they do disrespect women and they don't stop when they're asked to.
There's a dark side of the porn indry.
As there is to any industry.
Exactly. That's true. And there's also really great feminist porn out there. Like, by our mate Erica Lust.
Oh, our mate now! And there's like really beautiful ethical porn. Most porn is where the woman is in control. The woman is in control. She can say stop and start whenever she wants.
There was just an interesting Erika Luss release which was called something to do with can a submissive be a feminist?
Can a feminist be submissive or something like that?
Yeah, and it was really cool. A scene with a male and a female where the male was dominating a girl, but then at the end of the video there was like a quite open discussion with a couple of more porn stars and bloggers talking about the prospect of being feminist and submissive, and you definitely can.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone saw like my sex life, it is not feminist in any way, shape or form. Like, I'm 100% being dominated and violated and crushed, but I enjoy that. But as long as you have that relationship where you can be completely equal outside of the bedroom.
Exactly.
I mean, we're not talking about literally the bedroom here. Like, just like when you're fucking. And I think most people can be like that. Yeah. It's all about respect. It's not necessarily about feminism.
Yeah, and it's also about women being able to be open and do what they want, like not feel like they can't do things because it's wrong or not womanly or maybe because it's too feminist. You feel like you can't do it. Yeah. And that's also really wrong.
I mean, it's unfair to tell anyone what they can and can't do because of what they believe. Like, if they want to do something, they should be able to do it, as long as obviously you're not hurting other people and everyone else respects that opinion. I don't know, I had something going there and I lost it. I was like, oh shit, it can be...
This is like such a big question. We should probably do a bigger video on it.
Yeah, it's a good question. It's really thought-provoking because you get so many different types of feminists, and every different feminist believes in a different thing.
Yeah, I mean,
it should all be respected, but just don't fucking be horrible to other people about it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, don't feel like just because you're a feminist you can go around being horrible to men and being like, we're not gonna engage in a man's dominance in sex because I'm a feminist. That's just like...
It's just preference, isn't it?
It's preference.
You just don't get off on being dominated.
Yeah,
it's just... Yeah.
So would you, after this discussion, consider yourself to be more like a feminist if it doesn't necessarily mean that in your face feminism?
It's so hard because I still don't like the word feminist, just because of what our society itself has made it look like, has created for us. But I mean, I guess like if we're going on Google terms, then I am a feminist because I do like equality, and I do believe that people should get equal pay unless they deserve otherwise.
Yeah.
You know, just because you have a dick doesn't mean that you're better, but it's the same with just because you have a vagina doesn't mean you're any better.
So true, yeah. There should be a different word for it. There should be a new word for feminism because of how it's been tainted in the past by different people, but maybe we can change the definition of the word.
Yeah, like something like equal, like a equalist or something like that. That sounds... or a fannyist.
Yes, thank you very much for asking this question, because now... We spoke way too long in these videos, but thank you. It was really, really good question.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe, and see you soon.
Yeah.
Sorry. You know we're completely lit by just
I know.
Shit. Should we turn it on?
Yeah, it's probably really weird lighting as well.
Oh, I can do that.